Today is the day, YouTube. After Hours, the album, the body of work is out. We've been waiting for this. We've been anticipating this. I've literally been counting down the dates for this. You know, he gave us After Hours, the single, and that put me in my feelings. That took me back to the old Weeknd that I loved. Not only was his vocals reminiscent of the old Weeknd, but the lyrics, he had some references to old tunes, and then the production. Do you know though that, you know, some of the old producers from like Kissland and all these things have come to help him out with this album? So I am really anticipating it. Let's appreciate my wall. It's like changed up a bit. I thought I gotta jazz it up. Little poster or whatever, you know, got the legends, some MCs in the back, you know what I'm saying? But like, it's funny that, you know, I'm doing a Weeknd reaction to the After Hours, and I've got Drake's Take Care in vinyl. I recently purchased this because I've been trying to get a vinyl. I'm trying to build up a vinyl collection, and you know, this is an album where the Weeknd was very, he was a big part of it. You know, him and Drake worked together really well in this body of work. So I'm so excited that as my first vinyl purchase, I've got this classic which the Weeknd was a part of. Give my channel a little scroll, browse my channel and subscribe. I'm telling you, you're gonna love the content. I embarrass myself, I lose myself to the music. This channel is all about music, and if you're all about music, subscribe to me. Let's get into the Weeknd After Hours. Oh my gosh, this sounds amazing already. Is this on the loudest? In the sky, which is so ironic because I was just playing the birds, and the birds are in the sky. I can't explain it, but this guy is really doing something here with his old lyrics, his old tunes, his old self. Some beautiful synth bass there, like it's like dong, dong, dong. This is going somewhere. Oh my lord! I'm so confused, but it's a beautiful confusion. I don't know whether this is trap, I don't know whether this is hip hop or R&B or pop or funk or disco. It's everything in one. Because you've got that trap kind of beat with the boom, boom, and then you've got like, you still got, even though it seems chaotic, it's harmonious, it's working. Do you know what I mean? You've got that monstrous bass, that doom, doom, that's literally droning, which gives it that kind of dark undertone. But then you've got the happy synth is conflicting with the bass, which is why like you don't know whether this is a happy tune or a sad tune, or like the mood of the tune is a bit conflicted, which, you know, could be representative or something. I don't know. I think that indecisiveness is whether he can handle it or not handle, you know, loneliness. It was also kind of matched by the indecisiveness of the song. In the song's production, it's indecisive in its nature. Like, are you a happy song with the synths from the 70s, or are you deep, dark and depressing with that bass and the drone and a little bit of that trap beat, which isn't like typically like a happy kind of beat? I think this is an excellent start, number one, Alone Again, because we got a bit of a Weeknd in every sense. We've got the old Weeknd, we've got the new 70s approach of the Weeknd, and we've got him tackling, or we've got a song tackling different genres, and him just being able to handle that with his vocals, which is amazing. Do you know, I didn't even need to wait. I just heard the vocals, oh no, no, and I was like, it's okay. It's okay, honey, I already love you. I've been here without you, don't let me drown. I wasn't ready for this. I don't know why I thought I could react to this. I cannot be sane in this video. I'm going to go crazy. You guys will unsubscribe. You will literally be like, she's insane. Oh my gosh. There's this little that thing there is so subtle. It's so gentle, but it's a sound that's triggering your mind because your mind is thinking something's coming. That's why it's so gentle. It's a it's like building up anticipation. Like the beat's about to drop. And you're like, ah! Well, I'm getting so excited. I don't know about you guys. I already know I have a few screws loose, but you know, like this song is really exposing me right now.
It's way too late to save our songs, babe. I made mistakes. I did you wrong, babe. Say that we're done. How would they know?
This beat is like breathing. It's like holding, and then the beat goes dun dun dun, and it comes back in with the dun dun dun, but then it holds. It's a breathing beat. That's the only way I can explain it, and it's so beautiful. I love beats that do that, that kind of hold themselves and then come back with a thump, and it's just like, wow. Yep, Ilangelo's there. Of course he is. I hope I'm saying his name right, but I was definitely thinking this has to be a bit of an old producer. But also the Weeknd's got credits on this production, and you know what? It does make sense that he does.
Just wanna believe there's so much more to save our songs, babe.
Bloody hell, this song is beautiful. I think he's saying it's way too late to save our souls. If that's what he's saying, I hope I'm hearing it right. I do have the tendency to hear things wrong. It's too late to save us right now. Like maybe we should just cut this out. He makes disgusting music. It's like disgusting, like the gutter, deep, dark, dirty production. And that's what I love, because that beat at the end, the outro to the song was just disgusting. I just can't explain it. It was just gross. Nasty. Definitely a favorite so far. It's definitely a favorite.
You traveled me so many times, and we had to stand inside.
It's giving me a bit of like garage beat, like UK garage music. It has a kind of up tempo kind of beat like that, which is a bit discordant, like doesn't quite fall in the right places but falls in the right places. That's the way I can describe garage. I mean, if you get what I mean, then congratulations, because you know, even to myself that didn't make that much sense.
You try to let me go. It's hard to let me go. The house I bought is not a home.
House is not a home to you. Very quirky song for me, because it's just like he's sounding really cheery here, but the message isn't that happy. I mean, his voice does always sound angelic, but like even more so in this song it does, and I think it's because there's a big clarity to what he's saying. There's no murkiness or echoey effect or reverb or whatever. Maybe there is a little bit, but not as much as like others. It's a very clear, crisp, angelic sound here, but with a sad message saying he's been hard to love.
I've been the hardest to love. Been the hardest to love. I can't believe you want me.
I think he's finding it hard to understand how someone would want to stick around, stay there loving him, because he knows he's hard to love.
I can feel it.
I really did enjoy listening to it, but in terms of me replaying it, it's replay value to me personally. I know I won't play that song a lot. Other Weeknd songs have had a stronger effect, and that one for me just made me like really like, I don't know, it just, I wasn't like, it didn't pull me in. I quite like Scared to Live, and it's funny how he's put it right after Hardest to Love. You've got Hardest to Love, Scared to Live. Like, these songs I think are quite reflective of each other. That even Scared to Live does have a bit of a cheery side to it as well, but with a sad message. So it's like they're reflective of each other, but Live and Love It's like, I don't know if people are getting what I'm getting, but it's hard to love, scared to live. It's like saying, you know, to live you gotta love, to love you gotta live. I don't know if people are understanding what I'm seeing and what I'm sensing from this. If you are, then leave a comment below.
And if I held you back, at least I held you close. Because till we lost, we'll never be replaced. Oh, be scared to live again. Be scared to live again.
He's really reminiscent of MJ in this song, which is probably why I do appreciate it even a lot more. Scared to Live is beautiful. I'm not going to listen too much to it because I've heard it before.
I used to pray when I was 16. If I didn't make it, then I'd probably make my wrist bleed. Not to mislead with 6 keys. Walking in the snow before I ever made my wrist freeze. I was block 'em off. Cover girls jumping out the page like they pop-ups. I had nothing to believe in. Double cup leaning. Couldn't even breathe in. She liked my futuristic sounds in the new spaceship.
Weeknd doing his like sing-song rap like that. This is the side of the Weeknd where there's like that hip-hop kind, not hip-hop, but I don't know. The Weeknd does have a hip-hop kind of aura in particular songs. For example, Heartless, or for example, that's it, Reminder. And I'm a weasel, and I need too much in a regular. Sometimes the Weeknd, he can give like a kind of aura in his music of being that kind of, having that braggadocious hip-hop kind of ego. How he does it, I think it's partly the lyrics, partly his cadence, and then coupled with a good trap kind of beat underneath it all, gives him that kind of aura in his music. But and I'm getting that in Snowchild.
So I keep on falling for her daily. We was at Coachella going crazy. Now I'm in Tribeca like I'm Jay-Z.
Stuck a couple M's like I was shady. Now I'm in Tribeca like listen again. This adds to the hip hop flow, because his lyricism is kind of similar to how someone would spit bars, but he's just singing it.
You deal with Mercedes. Got me moving dirty like I'm Swayze. Cali was the mission, but now we're nigga leaving.
Yeah.
I need patience, so I didn't leave it.
I really like Snowchild. The production was very unique. There's actual piano keys in there, but they're just kind of phased out a bit. And again, I just love when the Weeknd brings that aura of his. It's so particular how he does it. This one's called Escape from LA, and in Snowchild he was talking about leaving. I don't know, but I'm definitely getting that vibe of leaving, but just returning to where is the question. Tings. I can't explain them any other way. Chipmunk voices. They're yeah.
Diamond cross hanging off of me.
Okay.
Fighting for my slow constantly. Money got the cars, stealing with the stars, got everything I wanted.
Stealing with the stars.
Take me out.
Something is not what it seems. I'm really trying to catch on to the lyrics and what he's saying. He's saying that he's got everything in life. He said he's got the ceiling with the stars, he's got the car, he's got the Keanu Reeves, whatever. He was saying all sorts of things about what he's got, what he's achieved. And you know, I think the lifestyle that he's achieved is not maybe what he thought it was. The production is still Angelo. Yes, it is. And Metro Boomin. And you know what? Yeah, I do get that a bit.
She pulled up to the studio. Nobody
walked in, she locked the door.
I can recognize same work done on their face. I don't criticize. Shit with no shame, but a throat too far. He calls her line. She pulled up to the studio.
Little harmony there.
She closed the door and then she locked it for me, for me.
This is absolutely stupid. Escape from LA was stupid. Towards the end where he set that scene, it was so exposing and revealing, and you're like, oh, showed us that dark nature of him that is so not susceptible to sex, but I would say he welcomes it. He has no shame there, and he exposes it for the rest of us to know that that's what he's like. He knows what he likes and he gets what he likes. And he's been getting what he likes in LA.
Dodging death in the 6 speed. Amphetamine got my I've been running through the pussy, need a dog pound. 100 miles, and I'm back to my ways 'cause I'm heartless. Looking on a plate, Molly with the purple rain.
We're getting these vibes reminiscent to his old self when he was addicted.
Got it swimming in my veins. Now my mind is out of place. Almost like if you go back to my old ways, won't you cry for me? Thought I'd be a better man, but I lied to me. And I still stay awake. All my demons wanna come into my grave. I just beg as if they offer heaven's gate. I never stay, but if I OD, I want you to OD right beside me.
He said, if I OD, the Weeknd's moving toxic. Like, if I OD, I want you to OD right beside me. And I want you to follow right behind me. Like, he's got this really, like, kind of selfish kind of view on relationships in this song. He's lost all the faith, and so you've got to lose it too.
Driving down the boulevard is blinding. Always wanted by the desert lights. I love faith. I'm losing my religion.
It's not the first body of work where he's played with the notion of his religion or the notion of religion, or he's played with his perspective on religion. It's not the first album. He did do that in Starboy with Ordinary Life, where we had a lot of religious imagery. Yeah, he's doing that again here. He's just losing his faith a bit because of the route in which his life is going. This is really setting the scene.
In the back of a flashing car, I
What is he saying? In the back of a racing car. I need to get these lyrics up. Up in the back of a flashing car. In the police car, obviously. Perfect blend into Blinding Lights, which is the next song. So many meanings, so many inner meanings to what he says. Loved it. I love to find the inner meanings of things, and I do that with music as well. You know, that idea where he's losing his faith. Life has taken him down this route where he doesn't know what he believes anymore. All these decisions he's making, all these mistakes he's making, he's losing his sense of religion and belief, and he's just like, now he's in the back of a flashing car, like, and how did we get here? Lord knows, but what he does know is that the lights are shining on his face. Blinding Lights! I love this song.
I'm going through a drought. Since city's cold and empty, no one's around to judge me. I can't sleep until I feel your touch.
Kind of imagery there, that he's blinded, so in fact his sight is affected. He can't see, and the idea of sight and direction. He has no clear direction. He can't see, but the sense that does bring him back is that touch, and it's your touch specifically, not anyone else's. That certain someone's touch brings him back.
Because you lost, I'd rather be you.
how she's feeling. He knows that he's done her dirty. He knows he's been toxic. He knows that he's broken her heart. He knows he went elsewhere and, you know, left her there. But he's come back and he's looking in her eyes. Is that a saxophone? That is stupid. This is good music. This is good music. I can't explain it, but the production is just good music.
I saw you dancing in a crowded room. I don't know why. I'll make you cry when I run away.
Imagine this song being some like soundtrack song for some next coming of age movie.
I broke your heart. You could have told me that you fell apart. Oh, tears for another day.
When we first heard After Hours, the single, you know, the title song, I was thinking, oh my gosh, this album's gonna be The Weeknd, the Weeknd. We've even got old producers there. There's definitely gonna be loads of parts reminiscent to Kissland, reminiscent to the trilogy, but we didn't. We haven't really so far. We're in the 11th track, 3 songs left, one of them being After Hours, so 2 songs left really. And I've got more of the 70s disco kind of vibe being played on by The Weeknd than, you know, the resurgence of, you know, the old shadow of himself. At the end of the day, I'm getting good music out of it regardless. It's just not what I thought it would be. But To Save Your Tears, I'm just like, I'm not quite sure I will play that one. Weeknd, you so toxic is unbelievable. Like, you are such. This is why I understand you said you're hard to love. Like, what? How can he say? He's telling you, listen, you don't love him. There's definitely a sense of entitlement in this album. Some of the tracks, he feels entitled to her love. Like, in some sense, he doesn't feel worthy of it. Some other times, he's saying, but who can you love but me?
You're just fucking and means nothing to me. You don't love him, you're just fucking. It's been too long, you changed up all the time. I promise you I'll always be mine.
You will always be mine. That's what I'm saying. It's entitlement. It's kind of low-key ownership. Like, they have a bond, which is to him is never going to be broken. Like, you will always be mine. But will he always be yours? He's saying, I will always have you. But will you always have him? Let's flip it round. Let's turn it on his head. Is he equally owned by her? Or is there this dominion?
Repeat after me.
That's so cheeky. He said, repeat after me. Come on, let's go. You don't love him. Yes, you don't. Okay, yes, you don't love him. Yes, exactly. You don't love him. If you what? If you're thinking of me. Oh, exactly. He's telling the girl, listen, say it with me because you know it's true. Repeat after me. I love it. I absolutely love it. Hey! It slaps every time.
Sorry that I broke your heart. I'm so bad in love. I don't wanna touch the sky no more.
says at the end, he's repeating, I keep telling myself I don't need it anymore. And what is he talking about? Because, you know, in the beginning of Until I Bleed Out, he's saying he doesn't even get high no more. Like, he's clearly not, like, the drugs is no longer, like, doing it for him anymore. So I think he's saying, my inference is that he keeps telling himself he doesn't need love. He literally entered a lot into The Weeknd's mind in this album of how he's thinking, feeling about love, about heartbreak, about life even. We had escapism through Escape from LA and Snowchild. We had, you know, heartbreak and, you know, being alone through, you know, Alone Again and, you know, Too Late and Hardest to Love. Then we kind of had, oh wait, but I'm a bad B. Like, The Weeknd was like, hold up, I'm a bad B. I'm that guy. And he told us that with Heartless. And he told us that with the ending of Escape from LA. The first part of Escape from LA was like, oh my gosh, escapism, I need to get out, this place is blah, blah, blah. But then the ending of Escape from LA was like, but I'm that guy. Different vibes from him. You got vibes from him. You got him literally going through the motions. Under the placement of this song, of the songs in the album, I don't really feel like it took me on a journey, this album. I think what it did do, though, in many parts, was mirror itself. Hardest to Love and Scared to Live, mirroring themselves. Snowchild and Escape from LA kind of mirroring themselves again with the escapism kind of vibe. Heartless and Faith, I can't say they mirror themselves directly, but I mean, I haven't thought about that one too much, but I do think a lot of these songs come in couplets. I thoroughly enjoyed that album. There's 14 songs in the album, and out of the 14 songs, there's only 2 I wouldn't replay. Those 2 being Hardest to Love and Save Your Tears. Those 2 songs I know I won't replay a lot. The album in its entirety, I mean, I think I've spoken about throughout the video what I got in terms of meanings and things. So I'm not going to talk too much about the meaning anymore. I'm going to rate the album. The only sense where there's a little bit of underwhelmment is that I wish I heard a little bit more of the old him. But saying that, I've now come to realise that we will never fully get the old him. Coming to this exception now that we won't ever fully get, you know, we won't ever fully get Trilogy vibes from him again, and we won't ever fully, like 100% get, you know, Kiss Land vibes from him again. We won't ever fully get that from anyone else, to be fair. What I have to learn to appreciate as a fan of him is that I'm gonna get that in minuscule bits. I'm gonna get that in little bits, you know what I mean? Because there were little bits in almost every song what I got the old vibe from him, and that's what I need to hold on to. I need to just appreciate that I'm gonna get it in little bits, whether it's a little bit of production that sounds a bit old, like the old Weeknd, or whether it's a lyric that reminds me of the old Weeknd, or whether it's, you know, just the general vibe from a song that gives me, you know, vibes similar to an old Weeknd song, that Weeknd that I love, that dark, deep Weeknd vibe that I love. When I do get that, I need to appreciate it, and I do. Not to say because I appreciate music, Lord knows I do. I just need to just become more conscious of it and stop looking for, oh my gosh, when am I gonna get an album just like that, or when am I gonna get, you know, a song completely like that. And I think it's good because that Weeknd was he was in a very difficult place in his life, and so his music mirrored that, and he's improved a bit. But I think in his album we definitely did see that he was falling a bit back into his old ways, falling a bit back into his old thoughts and things like that. So we did get a bit of the sad, dark Weeknd music again, just in undertones. You just have to appreciate the little minuscule bits of it. I'm gonna rate it an 8. No, do you know what? I'm going to rate it an 8.5. I'm going to rate this album an 8.5. I think it's excellent. Tell me what you thought about the album below. Leave a comment, your favourite songs, what you got from it, the messages you got from it, because I love to see how else other people interpret things. And do give this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy it. As I said at the start, check out my YouTube channel, check all the videos, just have a browse. Look around, don't be shy. And if you're all about music, if you love music, like I love music, then subscribe to this channel, because I am 110% about music, and not just like, I'm about any genre of music. I've got so much more videos I've got planned for you guys to watch about all the different types of music I listen to, because I am so diverse. So do stick around and subscribe so you can see that, and I'll see all you guys next time.
Working on a weekend like usual.